Hello everyone, it's Laura here. And today we're going to be working in Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. I'm going to be continuing the series, The Starry Summer Girl. But before I get started, I just wanted to make an announcement. I have a free coloring page on my website, and I will leave that link in the description below this video. So this is the page that's the freebie for just a couple more days. So if you want to get it on my website, now is the time. After that, you can find it in my Etsy shop. Alright, so I'm just going to apologize first of all by saying that I still have a little bit of that head cold, but I think I'm well enough that I can be coloring with you guys. Let me just get up the chat. I see there's some people here. Alright, hello everybody. Okay, so today I thought we would continue this page here. So yesterday somebody had requested that I show how to blend, and I thought, well, I have plenty already kind of going on this page that I can show that. So I think what we're going to do today is finishing off the dress, or at least, working more on the dress. I don't know how far we'll get. So yeah, I thought we could start with that. So what I'm going to do is, let's see here, what color do I want? I hope everybody's having a lovely day today. What color? Maybe this one here. Let me just sharpen it a little. Hello, Teresa and Loretta. Good morning, you two. Thank you for joining me this morning. Alright, so I'm going to pick up this Prismacolor 120. This is Sap Green Light. We're going to get going on this dress here. So let's see if I can. Go ahead, get your coffee, guys. Get all situated. Okay, I'm going to turn the book a little so it's a little more comfortable for me. Alright, so I'm going to start here at the top. I've already put a layer down of dark shadow area. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently, let's see, well, I'm glad that you finally decided to join us in the chat. Welcome, we don't bite. So I'm just going over this dark color with a lighter color, and you can see it's already starting to blend it out. I'm not using a whole lot of pressure because Prismacolors really don't require that. But if you're using a harder pencil, you may have to press harder. There are a lot of different ways to blend, and at the end of this video I'm actually going to do a quick demo on different blending techniques. But I'm going to show you how I normally do it. So I normally pick a lighter color and I blend over the darker color in circular motions and just bring it out. Now this is a marker base, so that's kind of nice. It kind of already colored the tooth of the paper for us, so we don't need to really press super hard like you would if it was white. So that's part of the reason why I love basing out my coloring in marker first. I just find it makes it a little bit easier when you go to blend it. But already it's starting to smooth out. Alright. We're getting there already. And I'm just adding some more detail. Now I'm lightening up the pressure and feathering it out into the light areas. Alright, so that little sleeve there is already blended out. I'm going to grab, pardon my reach, I'm going to grab my white Prismacolor. This is which number is it? 38. It's in a little pencil extender. And just to give some highlight to this, I'm going to go ahead and going along the black outline, kind of just lighten that black outline up and make it less harsh. Oopsie. It cut out. Well, here we go. I don't know what you guys missed, but what I was doing here is I'm going along the black outline here and just lightening it up a little bit with this white Prismacolor pencil, and then also extending that just a little bit, the highlight, into that sleeve. Like so. And I'll repeat that again in case you guys missed it. Welcome back, Loretta. Alright, switching back over to PC 120, that's the sap green light. And I'm going to blend out the same way I did before. So just going over the darks that I already put down earlier in a different video. I'm going to gently feather this out into the lighter areas of the dress. I'm going to use small circular strokes just so that there's no start and stop points in the pencil. And sometimes you will get this kind of dust when you're blending with a wax-based pencil, so I use a watercolor brush just to get rid of it. Alright, everybody's got their coffee. So yeah, if you guys are working on anything today, please let me know in the chat. I'm always curious what you guys are working on. Today is going to be a really hot day, so I apologize for the fan. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I don't have air conditioning in my apartment, and it is just too hot to sit in the heat. So I have a little personal fan going. I'm looking forward to autumn, where I don't have to sweat on my coloring books. Alright, so I'm just going to get in these little green of the book. And just blending out. And what's nice is it changes the color just slightly, but it makes it richer if you use a colored pencil instead of a blender or a white pencil. Although I do blend with white pencil quite often as well, if that's the effect I'm looking for. Alright, so let's see. Oh, you're on your third cup. I'm an early bird too, Teresa. I got up at 5 this morning. I already had my workout, and I took a shower, you know, played with my kitty a little bit, and now I'm here with you guys. Loretta, you're on your 4th cup. Wow. You've got a few unicorn pages. Oh, okay. Is there a color along? Is that why you want to get it done by the end of the month? I love unicorns. I just did a unicorn page from, well, I didn't just do it. I did it a while ago from Annie Stegg's Moonlit Veil. That was a really fun page to do. Alright, so just blending this out. Just taking my time, enjoying the process. And I'm lightening up my touch as I get closer to the light source. Alright, so now I'm going to grab that white pencil again. This is 938, I believe. Let's just make sure I've got that. Yep. I need a new one soon. Uh-oh. Alright, so then again I'm going to just go over that white outline. Now you can do this with white gel pen, you can do it with Posca, there's all sorts of different techniques. But on this page here, I'm going simple and just going over it with the white Prismacolor just to soften it. I don't need to get rid of it completely, I just want to lighten it up a little. Just makes it a little softer. I don't mind the outline on this page, but I don't want it to be so drastic. So I'll also do that right up here in this little collar, just to keep it consistent. And I might as well go right on into her face. Let's do that too. Let me sharpen it for her facial features. Ah, okay. Excellent. Well, you know, doing color alongs as an excuse to get a page done, there's nothing wrong with that, Loretta. Oh. Sounds like a busy day for you, Teresa. Alright. So I'm getting this little outline out of the way. Might as well while I'm at it. Alright. And now, oh, where were we? Alright. And I'm going to keep going down her dress here, so we're going to keep up. Let's see. Oh, well, yeah, Loretta, looking up things in nature is great. You can also just make up whatever color you want. I find that a lot of the times when I'm stuck, I'll just look at my color wheel and check out different color schemes that way. But yeah, finding inspiration in nature is a great way to go if you're stuck on something. So just getting rid of this black outline, making it like a gray. Doesn't take it away completely, but it does soften it, and it'll set me up pretty nicely for the effect I'm going for. And some pages I try and get rid of it completely, and other pages I just soften it a little. In this page, because it's a little less realistic and more whimsical, I'm okay with just softening it. So I'm doing that to her arm as well. Well, hello, Kim. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. And yeah, Loretta, I have some books I have yet to work in as well, so I hear you on that. Alright, so we got that black outline out of the way. Let's get back to blending. Alright, so I'll start in this little corner here. And, oh, I'm sorry, with the sap green light color, that's PC 120 in Prismacolor. Just pressing with medium pressure, not super hard. Luckily the Prismacolors blend really nice. And then lightening up my pressure as I get closer to the light source. And with this marker base, it just makes it so quick. Because even if the paper shows through a little bit, it's not bright white, it's that toned color that we put down with the marker, so it really does have a nice look. I don't mind that you can see some of the tooth of the paper. Now some people will completely press and get rid of that. That's totally okay too. Everybody has their own preferences. I'm just showing you how I do it. And of course you can take what I do and run with it and make it your own. Yeah, Teresa, I do love alcohol markers. This page I did all in Tombos, which are water-based. So I did that because, here I'll zoom out so that you can see. The reason I did that is because I wanted to be able to color reverse pages, and alcohol markers will bleed through just about any paper. But as you can see, both sides are just fine. Now, I did do some watercolor, and this is my fault for just letting it seep through. But the marker didn't come through. So, but yeah, that was my bad. Just not controlling the water perfectly. Whoa, too much. All right, there we go. So that was my user error. But the paper could have taken the watercolor just fine if I hadn't oversaturated it. Alright. Yeah, so you can use either alcohol or water-based markers as a base for your colored pencil work. Either one works great. It just depends on if you're about the reverse side of the page or not. On single-sided books, that's not an issue. You can use whatever you want. But because this is a double-sided book, I just wanted to make sure I could color in the reverse pages if I really wanted to. But, you know, everybody has their own way. So I'm just blending. Okay, so they scare you, Kim. Why do they scare you? I've heard this quite often, actually. So I do plan to do more marker tutorials in the future. I do a lot of mixed media pages, so you guys will see, like, I used marker on this page. And going forward, most of my tutorials, I will try and include marker, just so that you guys get a good sense of how I use them. But yeah, tell me why they scare you. I'm curious. Maybe I can help you over that. Let's see. Can you see where I'm at? Alright. We've got, yep, you can see. So just working it in, taking my time. There's no hurry. The wonderful thing about coloring is you can go at whatever pace you're comfortable with. Alright. Let me move just a little bit over. Let's see. Oh, the streaking. Okay, well you need to watch the last video I just did. You can see I showed how to fix streaking with colored pencil. So the video just before this one in the series, the last one I did, I demonstrate that, and it's pretty quick and easy, so you don't have to worry if it streaks. You can always fix it with colored pencil. So that's a fun way to get rid of it. But yeah, I get streaking too, and that's just part of it. But you also learn how to kind of use that to your benefit, like going in the contour of the object. Sometimes those streaks actually work to your benefit. Yeah, I haven't tried Crayolas, but I'm sure that they're alright. I mean, I don't see why not. I've used Crayola pencils and Crayola crayons, and I love those, so I don't see why the markers aren't good. I was gifted Tombos by my boyfriend. He gave them to me for Christmas, and ever since then I've just been hooked on them. I just keep adding to my collection. But yeah, that was really sweet of him to get them for me. I didn't even know I loved markers until he gave them to me. Well, Loretta, you can always put it aside if it's bothering you. I have a lot of works in progress that I just got either frustrated with or I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, so I just put it aside. Come back to it later when I'm ready. Yep. And I'm sorry I'm not talking as much today. I am recovering from a head cold. So, I'm trying to preserve my voice a little bit. But I didn't want to skip a whole nother week of not live streaming with you guys. I missed you guys. And I want to keep this moving too for Miss Emma. Alright, and I had a lot of fun yesterday. I'm already getting requests for new pages after this one. So if you guys do have requests for another live stream series, check out my completed works video that I just did yesterday and put your requests in the comments. I'm going to be looking there for any suggestions going forward. That'll be sort of my to-do list. So the next page that I do, I'll just pick it from there. And Loretta, I did put your Phoenix page in there, so that way I remember. So you can see how I'm doing the same repeated strategy. And blending out each fold of the dress the same way. Like so. Giving a little bit of shadowing to that little area there. Okay. Well, hello, Michelle. Thank you for joining me. Alright, so, yeah, there's a guy next door apparently doing some yard work. I'm really sorry about that. I really can't control my neighbors. So you can see already how it's starting to blend out and look much smoother than the areas I haven't worked on. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to move along to another area. I think what I'm going to do, the dark green I believe was the Faber-Castell Spectracolor dark green. I believe this is the color I used for the dark green, but that was a couple episodes ago. So I could be wrong. I'll double check that and put it in the description. But I believe this is a vintage pencil that I got from an Etsy shop. I'll leave all these links in the description below after the video is over, so that way you can go check it out. I believe I also put my materials in that other video. I just have to go find it. I'm sorry. Well, it's really, it's early in the morning and it's supposed to be a really hot day today. So I don't blame him for working on his yard right now because it's just going to get hotter and hotter, and his yard is pretty overgrown. But I don't really judge. I mean, you know. Okay, anyway. So yeah, okay, so you guys have the idea of how I would go about doing the rest of these folds. I don't think that I need to show all of that on video. This will just get really boring and long, and so I think let's move along. I'm going to kind of work on the trim and the I want to work on the trim and the ribbons and these little extra details. Let's zoom in just a bit. Yeah, we're supposed to get up to the high 90s today, and the humidity, like, it's so, I worked out this morning and I had trouble, like, breathing. It was so, the air is so thick with water, moisture. that it's just really, really hard to breathe. So yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna grab this old vintage pencil. Um, and it's 1434 dark green. This is the Faber-Castell Spectracolor, and I love these vintage pencils. So I'm going to just do a little bit of light shading. Yeah, it's going to be a hot one today, I think, all across the Northeast. So I do a little touch of dark there, and I'm going to do a little touch of darkness right here. And you can see I kind of messed up this a little bit, but that is just okay. We can always fix our mistakes with the colored pencil. And I'm taking a guide from this little stripe here that there's like a fold in that. So I'm going to give a little extension on that line and just kind of complete it. And then lightly shade out just below it to give an indication that it would be like a fold or like a doubling over of that ribbon. And then I'm also going to just work this darkness. I'm really sorry about the noise. Is it really bad, guys? Oh, no problem, Kim. Oh, Teresa. Oh, I'm jealous. See, like, dry heat I could take. I used to live in Austin, Texas for a while, and I loved it there. It was so dry. You didn't really have this humidity issue, but now I live in Philadelphia, where I grew up and where I was born, and it's just always humid here. It's good for your skin, but not good for the heat index. It just always feels so hot. Yeah. Yeah, it really does feel so much hotter than it is when it's so humid like that. So, but that's why I like to do these live streams early in the morning. That way I'm not sweating all over my book. Because it's already warm and it's only 9 o'clock, so it's only going to get worse today. By the middle of the day, I will retreat to either the library down the street or take a little nap to kind of just, I'm like, you know, I do like a little siesta if I'm really feeling overheated. In the middle of the day, me and my little kitty, we just go and take a little nap in my bedroom. Alright, so just getting in some shading under this little spot here. And you can see how even if the marker is not perfect, it doesn't have to be. We can always add more detail, more shading, blend it out with our colored pencil. And that's so much fun. So you can feel free to be a little messy with your markers and just fix it up later, and that's totally okay. Ah, alright, we've got, yeah, Baton Rouge, I'm sure Louisiana is swampy. We've got Kim from Michigan, Michelle from Kansas. Where are you from, Loretta? I'm from Philly. So we have a bunch of states represented today. That's cool. I love my city. There's so many artsy things that you can do in Philly. And I love all the murals around the city. I actually participated in some of them, creating them. The Philadelphia Mural Arts Association is really cool. So it's a great town. And when I lived away, I always missed it. I always missed home. So that's why I came back. Ah, you're in Eastern Tennessee. Well, hello, Claire. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. We're just talking about the weather and where we're all from and how hot it's going to be. It's already pretty hot here. Where are you from, Claire? Oh, okay, Loretta. Alright, so moving right along, I'm going to shade down here below this little spot. And just kind of darken it up and give it some more contrast. Let's see. Oh, you're awesome. You're from Nottingham. Oh, now I want to watch Robin Hood. I love that movie. So do you steal from the rich and give to the poor? Oh man, sorry. I'm sure you get that all the time. My bad. That's probably a really lame joke. Alright. So we're going to do a little bit... Hello, Matilda. How are you today? Alright, we've got all the regulars coming in. I'm going to shade down here too. Just give them more contrast and definition. And then also shade just on the inside, like so. And this is a really, really nice way to smooth out any mistakes with that marker. And you can see I actually went over this with the background color, no problem. Let's just put a little green on there. We're going to make it a shadow. And by leaving some of the paper white, you will make this ribbon look really shiny, but you don't want to leave too much of it white. Well, that's excellent. I'm glad that you're doing great. Yeah, I've used quite a lot of mediums on this one too. I've used watercolor, marker, pencil, and I'm pretty sure we're going to use some gold leaf later, so watch out for that. I'm going to have some fun with that. Yeah, for all these stars and things, that's why I'm not even worrying about coloring right over them, because I'm going to gold leaf that later. Alright, so let's see, I do want to add some detail to this little spot in her sleeve as well. This little darkness on the back side where the light would be farthest. And let's see, what color, let me grab, what color do we want to do for that little detail? I'm going to grab this here. Oh, sure, Matilda. Let me zoom out just so you guys can get an overview. So this is the Starry Summer Girl series that I'm doing, and the book here is Magic by Hannah Carlson. So this is the series I've been working on for a while now. So we're just continuing on our little adventure with this lovely lady. So I'm going to switch over to this PC 120 sap green light in Prismacolor, and I'm going to do these little tiny sections here, just really lightly, circular motions, just to add a little color. Kind of want them to still contrast from the rest of the trim. And I'll leave these little tiny dots for maybe some gold leaf or gold paint marker later. I'm also going to use this color to blend out some of that ribbon I just went over. And just add a little more depth. Oh, great. That's okay, Matilda. Yeah, Kim, I love this book. I love all of Hannah Carlson's books. She is amazing. Let's see. Alright, sounds like a big pile of supplies there, Loretta. So I'm just blending out, smoothing out any little marker issues or colored pencil issues with this sap green light. And just burnishing a little into the paper tooth. But luckily, because we have the marker base, I don't have to press super hard. Really doesn't need a whole lot of fighting with it, like you would need if the paper was bright white. So I'm just smoothing and blending. Like so, and I don't want all this white, but I do want to leave a little white. So let's just add a little color. We can leave that shine right there. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that with my older Prismacolors too, that they react differently and they have different pigments. Yeah, I think that's just evolution and how the manufacturers change their processes sometimes. So again, I had that streaky issue with the marker. Just going over it with colored pencil just really smooths it out, makes it really less noticeable. So there we go, we've got the ribbons all sorted out. So I've already showed you how I blend out the dress fabric itself, and we just did the ribbons. So let's start to work some on these leaves. Yeah, oh, you're very welcome. You'll have to post it later for us so we can see, Loretta. Now I'm curious. Okay, so I'm going to start on these leaves, just doing some basic shading. Let's see here. So what I'm going to do first is give a little pop of contrast right underneath the leaf where it would be touching the dress. And I kind of go over that black outline a little bit just to soften it. And this time I'm using directional strokes, mostly because I don't want to do too much here, so I'm just trying to control it that way. And now I'm going to go in here on the leaf, and in that center line, I just put a little bit of darkness, just go right on over that line. And just gently layer it in. Again, using directional strokes, because I don't want it to be a big area. And now I'm just feathering it out just gently into the sides of the leaf. So to either side, just kind of gently pushing it out, like so. Let me just fix this up here a little bit. And then I'm going to switch over to the PC120, the sap green light, and I'm just going to blend that out. Now I leave the edges of the leaf a little bit brighter. So now I'm going to jump over to my Prismacolor white. This is PC938. And just go over the edge of this leaf and lighten up that black outline just to give it a little bit more highlight. And again, I'm not trying to get rid of it, just want to soften it a little bit. Like so. So I'll do that again on a different shape leaf, just so that you can see how I would approach a different shape. So I'll grab this guy here. I'll do the same process. So I'm going to go in with the dark first, just lay in a little bit of shadow below the leaf where the light would be blocked from the leaf, like touching the dress. So since the light is coming from this direction, I am, let's see, there we go. I am coloring to the opposite side. Like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that center line and directional strokes, just go right on over it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And now for this leaf, because it has a little bit more curviness to it, I'm going to give some more shadowing. So along this bottom curve, I'm going to give a little bit of lighter touch shading. And then also right here, and what this is doing is it's making the area that's bowing out feel like it's more in highlight. So I'm not going as dark as the other areas, but I do want to give it a little bit of shadow. Like that. Let's just give this a little bit more darkness. And then switching over to the PC120 sap green light, I'm blending out what I just laid down. I'm smoothing it out. And then I'm going to grab my PC938 white Prismacolor, and again go over the edges, and I'm pressing fairly hard and just softening up that light outline, black outline. Like that. And now, because this one is a little bit darker and it has more shadow, I'm also going to grab, let's see here, which color do I feel like? this one. PC 902 Ultramarine. I love using this for shadows. So I want to deepen this up just a little bit and give it even more pop of contrast on the dark side. And just to keep things consistent, I'm only going to do a lighter touch of that same color right underneath this guy as well. Like that. So when we zoom out, you can see those leaves have some contour and shape now. And they're kind of popping off the dress a little bit. So I'm going to approach all the other leaves that way. Let's see, what time is it? Where are we at with this? Okay, so we're almost at an hour. Let me see, should I do another leaf for you? Maybe something in the back so that you can see how I would approach that? Or maybe try a flower or some other item? You guys let me know what you want to see. We only have about 10 minutes left for this hour. While you guys put in your answers, I'm going to blow my nose. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Excuse me. I'll do another leaf, just to keep on with the color palette that we're using today. And then I'll jump into the flowers on the next one. Hello, Maribel. Wonderful. Nice to see you. Well, I'm glad you're coloring along with me. I love to hear that. So I'm going to pick a leaf back here, which will be approached in a totally different way. Because it's pointed in a different direction according to the light, we're going to have a different approach. So let's do that. So these are a little tricky, so I'm going to go ahead and start shading underneath. Now I'm going underneath the leaf, but I'm not going really far because the light is coming from this way. And then once we get over here, it's actually going to be more to the side of it. So I'm just keeping in mind where the light direction will go. And how that will affect the object that I'm shading. So that seems about right to me. And then we're going to go ahead and shade this one out in the middle like I did with the others. So just going along that center middle line. And let me actually shade out the bottom here of this little thing that it is attached to the dress. It's like a stem, kind of. Ribbon, stem, I don't know. Something. Let's shade that. Okay, and so because the light is again coming from this direction, I want to shade this part of the leaf on this side. Like so. And a little bit down towards the bottom there. And I'm also going to shade just up here at the top a little bit. And kind of feather everything out, make it soft. And then we're going to grab this PC 120 sap green light and blend that on out. I apologize for the noises in the background. That's my neighbor doing his yard work. And just to deepen up those shadows like we did the other guys, we're going to do the PC 902 Ultramarine. And just gently lay it in. Doesn't have to be real dark. Just underneath. Like that. And then to get rid of that dark outline, I'm grabbing my PC 938. I'm sure that would be quite a trip, Loretta. PC 938 white, and going over the top area and just blending that out so it doesn't look so harsh. Oh, thank you, Kim. Well, I hope that you enjoy them. So that's where we got today on this page here. So I will finish out these leaves in a similar way. So I'll do shading on this side for these guys. And just finish those leaves out and finish blending out the dress. I think the next installment we're going to work in this area over here, so that's something to look forward to up next. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This was so much fun and a pleasure to chat with you as always. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys like this. I'm really excited to do the gold leafing, but we have to wait till the very end of that because once you do the gold leaf, it's really hard to work around it. So, but if you guys are planning on gold leafing along with me, I just wanted to give you a heads up that that's what I'll be doing at the end of this series. We will be gold leafing these stars and having a grand old time trying that out. Yeah, I have some imitation gold leaf. It's not real stuff. It was fairly cheap. You can get it at craft stores or art stores. Yeah, let me see. Do I have that out? No, it's in my art bin. But the next video, I'll make sure to show you guys the brand I have and what I got. But yeah. Oh, that's okay, Matilda. I'll be here again. I will be live streaming again soon, and you can check out what you missed. This video will be, live. Up on my channel after. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. If you guys don't have gold leaf, if you have gold paint or gold paint markers or any kind of gold, you can follow along and use those materials too. That's totally fine. I had this old gold leaf that I had from a different project a long time ago, and I found it, and I was like, hey, let me use this in my coloring books. Why not? I hate my materials just laying around not being used, so I figured I would just do that. So anyway, yeah, so thank you guys. I really enjoyed coloring with you and chatting with you today, and I hope that you enjoyed this. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful, magical time coloring. Bye. Sounds good.